There's a lot of pros that come to actually running a business at a young age, learning a valuable skill at a young age. And a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people just see the success as a long-term thing. They see the money they're going to make, the lavish lifestyle they're going to live, and that's great. You worked on that so hard that, that's your outcome. But a lot of people ignore, the self-improvement journey that you actually went on. Because learning a valuable skill, like I said before in a couple of videos, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen within a week. It doesn't happen within a month. It takes time to actually, achieve your dreams, right? It takes about a year. It takes about 2 years, maybe not even. It takes 5 years, depending on the person you are. Everyone is on a different path in life, and just enjoy that journey, man, because you'll see a big change from the person you are going to be to the person who you are now, man. I mean, for myself, looking back at it, I started as this kid who liked going out every single weekend, drinking, smoking with their friends, just living that party lifestyle, man. Like, I didn't have any self-conscious in myself. I wasn't confident at all. I was really self-judgmental about the way other people looked at me. Everything I had to do had to be in another person's favor. I didn't have a relationship with God at all. I didn't have really belief in my faith. And hopping onto this, I guess, trend of becoming successful online at a young age, it didn't teach me just about the business itself, but it helped me become the person I am today, I feel like I've grown so much in confidence. I'm not worried about how other people look at me. I can say whatever I want to a person in their face, to a camera. I can do what I want online without thinking like, hey, what are these people going to think about me when I post this? I don't really care about that stuff anymore. Why? Because it's my life. I shouldn't concern the way I live my own life with other people's opinions, because that's one thing that's going to bring you guys down from, being at the top to coming back down to their level. And I'm not saying that to judge other people, because, I respect all people. I'm just saying that you're just disrespecting yourself, man. Why can't you be yourself, man? What's holding you back from that? What's holding you back is the other people's opinions. What your mom's going to think about you, what your best friends are going to think about you. And a lot of people don't see that on this journey of being a young entrepreneur, you're actually going to lose a lot of friends. I keep my circle really, really tight now, with the people who supported me throughout this journey. But I know the people who used to talk shit about me behind my back when I started my journey. I know the people who thought I was crazy, who thought I was a clown for starting a business or starting just to improve my life. I just don't get why people would genuinely hate on someone who is just trying to live their best life and improve on themselves. I don't get why people would hate on someone for doing, self-improvement. I think that's incredibly arrogant, actually. I mean, why wouldn't you want to support that? They're trying to be better for themselves. But, people are who they are, and you can't really judge them, and you just got to pray for them. Another thing is that, throughout a bit, like learning a skill, you're going to spend a lot of time alone. There's going to be days where you're working on your computer, taking notes, reading. It's going to be like 12 p.m., 12 a.m. It's going to be late at night, maybe throughout the day. And you're just going to have times where you feel alone. You're sitting at home trying to improve yourself, and then you see your friend group doing something fun. And you're like, damn, like, I wish I could, be with them right now, but like, I'm doing this instead. And there's a reason why you're doing this instead. And you know that me and you both know why you're doing this instead. So I don't really want to touch up on that. There's a big difference from being alone and from being lonely. Being lonely is you're looking for attention, You're someone that likes what other people think about you. You're someone that needs that attention, needs to be around people to be happy. And that's not really good. I mean, it says a lot about yourself. Rather than being alone, you're sitting by yourself with your own thoughts. You're thinking about different ways how to improve. You're thinking about different ways you're thinking about different ways you can improve on yourself. You're thinking about your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. And I have this one mentor who's really successful. I work on him with a lot of projects. And, you're going to be alone for a lot of the shit, he told me. You're going to be alone for most of the hard shit that you do within this valuable skill, within your business model that you do. And that's okay, Learning to be alone is something that no one can take away from you guys. And you need to be okay with being alone with yourself, because that's when you're going to get a lot of the work done. I mean, who's someone that can do like a whole document? Or let's put it in the school perspective. Are you someone that, like, if you're writing an essay for school, can you work on that? Like, really get in focus and with your thoughts and with your words while being with somebody else talking to you, or by being distracted by your surroundings? That's kind of what being lonely is. But being alone is just you, your computer, and your words and your thoughts. And I learned, like I said, from my mentor, he was like, learn to be alone, because for most of the stuff that you're doing within your life, you're going to be alone, bro. And being alone, bro, is probably the hardest thing you'll probably learn throughout this journey, because a lot of you guys are going to be alone throughout this, and you need to learn to be okay with that in order to really see results from yourself. So being alone and lonely, it's a big difference. I always say this, but I don't know if you guys are religious, but one big thing I learned throughout my journey as an entrepreneur is growing my faith with God, man. Putting my trust in the Lord, putting my trust in His plan, giving up all my problems to Him has completely changed the way I see myself, the way I see others, and the way I see my future. Because I know that all I have to do is put in the work, put my faith in Him, keep grinding day in and day out, not caring about what other people think, forgiving them for what they say, and just sticking to myself, man. Being alone rather than being lonely, because being lonely means you have nobody. You're alone. You're lonely. You don't have anyone to talk to. You don't have anyone to rant to. You're depressed, and a lot of you guys are in that thing. But I'm telling you guys are not alone. The Lord is watching you guys, and He's gonna take care of you guys, man. He's gonna take care of all your problems. You're gonna give up all your stuff to Him, and He's gonna handle that for you. And He wants the best for you, truly, guys. And I discovered my faith through learning my business model, because when I first started, I had a lot of hiccups. I was failing. I was losing money. There was a point where my bank account was $13, bro. I spent all my money on, I first started because I wanted to do a clothing brand. So I spent all my money on designers, getting orders and stuff like that. $13 to my name. And I discovered through that that's not what I really wanted to do in life. I just wanted to do the marketing side of it. I just wanted to trade. I wanted to learn about stocks, about NASDAQ, about ES. And through that, I put myself down, I sat myself down and asked, hey God, what am I meant to do in this life? What is your overall goal for me? Man, I have no money. My friends think I'm crazy. My family's not in the best position right now. How can I achieve my goals? What are you trying to tell me right now? And then within the next month or so, I saw, my life started improving. I kept praying every day. I kept doing the work in and out. And I really improved myself mentally, man. A lot of people come into this business model thinking it's going to be cupcakes and strawberries or, sweets, right? It's going to be raw nights, but it's not, dude. It's a mental journey that you guys have to be willing to accept. You guys have to be willing to take on that journey in order to become profitable, in order to become successful within your business model and learning a certain skill. But that isn't possible without putting your trust in a higher power and without putting your trust in the Lord. Within God, anything's possible, guys. And I know you guys know that. So just open yourself up to Him, man. Discover the Lord, and He's going to help you discover yourself. I guarantee you that, man. But you'll see so much success within this business model. Not physically, but mentally, dude. It's crazy. Like I just feel so much happier now, man. I feel so much more relieved. Yes, I have problems every day, but I know all my problems are going to be taken care of because I'm going to put that work in. I'm going to leave all my problems to God, dude. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little, 5-minute video on mentality, mindset, and just manifest your future, guys. Manifest the best for you guys. I manifest every day, that I achieve my goals. I write down a goal. I write down a set of goals every single day before I actually get up. I wake up, write down my goals, and I accomplish them throughout the day before I go do a fun activity, play a sport, go to the gym, man. Maintain strong physically, maintain strong mentally, maintain your faith strong, and God's got your back, man. And I got your back too, man. I'm always rooting for you guys. You guys are going to live out your dreams, man. I know it, man. I know you guys are going to touch all your goals, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I love and appreciate you guys for watching. And I hope you guys have a great day. Go get at it, man. It's another day to make some money.